a director.
Right.
The other thing is take some of the stress off of you is just to resign as a director, and you don't have that responsibility. You don't have that, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, being in a closely held company with people who can be difficult from time to time, it's pretty normal. Unfortunately, the ebbs and flows, and everybody has their own personal interests, but yet you've got the interest of the company. It's generally can be a very up and down kind of situation.
I've found that out. Yeah.
You're not different than what I'm telling you. Is I see this all the time, and it's not too different. And sometimes people just go their separate ways, and other times there's a strong personality involved that likes to influence. And I think that's probably what you got, and that's probably what's tiring you after 14 years of it, or whatever.
Yeah.
And the abilities to get out of it are fairly limited. I mean, there's nothing to keep you from retiring, and you're still an owner.
Yeah.
When the company gets sold, you get sold, and you get your share down the road. But if you stop working, you're probably not going to have any income.
Yeah. No, there won't be any dividends or anything like that, and the shares will be diluted. So these are all things that would occur.
People talk in terms of the shares being diluted, but oftentimes, somebody will come in and say, well, they're thinking about, selling off a big chunk of the company, and I'll no longer have 25%, I'll have 12.5%. I said, yeah, but you might have 12.5% of something bigger and better.
Yeah, and that's
the value of it may go up.
Yeah.
So you don't ever know.
Right.
That's the part you don't know, whether if you have a lower percentage, if you have control and you're losing control, that's one thing that has some value. But if you don't have control anyway, then if you get diluted, it's because you're keeping a key person that brings a lot of value in, or you're adding to the mix. Both of those things protect the price of the stock.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the rationale with bringing Tim aboard, is that he wants to be a part of something, and that sends a psychological message. And I don't know him all that well, but he seems like a pretty good hand every time I've been around him.
Yeah, he is. He is a good hand. It's the original deal was Paul was going to sell him some of his shares, then all of a sudden he turned it around on Tommy and I. And said, no, I changed his mind. He was going to sell them RPM shares, and we could do it friendly, or the board would be changed out, and he'd do it anyway. So, what did we do? Okay. Yeah.
Well, you're a minority shareholder, and that's the life to some degree of a minority shareholder.
And you're right, and I appreciate your honesty and stuff I know.
Those are just facts of life.
Facts of life.
You own a small fraction. You've got to say, but how powerful that say is just depends on the subject matter and the people you're dealing with. So,
okay.
Unless I'm specifically asked by the company to give advice on, like we were going to redo the bylaws and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably best I don't get right in the middle of these things. I think Paul's finally learned that I just don't want to hear it.
Right.
Unless it relates to a case I'm handling.
Right. Right. That's probably
you guys all have an interest in if we're stuck in this with this tar baby of Mickle and Bird lawsuit, then we might as well see it through and win it.
Yeah.
And but stuff like that, that's what people don't understand. It creates tension, lawsuits, and the intrigue and everything that goes on in lawsuits. Paul seems to thrive on it, and I can tell you and Tommy don't. And you're probably more normal.
Yeah. Okay, so you may have already told me you do have to go to that hearing today, or they postponed that?
No, the hearing today got postponed.
Okay, I got you.
I had a motion also. I had a motion to strike their objections to all of our discovery. They objected to everything that we ever requested in the way of documents, and I need to know whether they're holding stuff back.
Yeah.
So I had filed that motion, but we put all these motions off till the 27th or 28th, something like that, till later in the month. And then the hearing on their motion for attorney's fees got put off to February.
Yeah.
First part of February.
I got you. Okay.
So that's still more than 2 months before our trial.
Okay.
So we're not under any big rush because of the judge's heavy docket. We just hardly ever, it's hard to get cases reached anyway.
Okay.
Although I do think next time we can go ahead and go and get it done. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
It's the longer this thing drags on, the more they think of stuff to do and raise and everything else.
Right. Run up costs. So.
Yeah. But, the other option, of course, is that I tell them Tommy can still go forward and give his deposition.
All right.
And if you're sick, and that'll give you a little bit more of a heads up of where they're coming from, more than you even got with Fondant.
All right. I, if you want, I can call you back Tuesday morning, but that's my gut feel now. I hadn't already slept all weekend, and like I said, I went to the doctor on Friday. He just says...
Well, my wife had the flu. She's still coughing. It started Christmas Day, and she's still coughing. But she had 103 fever for like 3 or 4 days. She just got on the couch and didn't do anything.
Yeah, I hadn't had any fever. He just said it's stress, depression. He said I haven't been eating right, haven't been sleeping right. So he gave me some medicine to maybe help me sleep a little better. But
well, look, let me just tell you. I don't know your whole situation or anything, but you're drawing a salary. It's compared to a lot of people in this country right now. That's a big plus. I'll be honest with you, Terry. I thought about retiring a few years ago. I was getting tired of being in a big firm and all the bureaucracy and stuff that goes on. My firm, Jackson Walker, is a great firm with great people in it, but it's still just a big firm. It's a bureaucracy. You can't help but be. And I was just getting tired of that at my point in life. But I was still enjoying basically what I do. I was enjoying working with my clients. And I looked around at all the people that didn't have jobs, and I thought, I'd be crazy.
Yeah.
To give that up, and I think I'd go bored nuts, without the stimulation of what I do. Now, if you're not enjoying your day-to-day stuff either, then you may be you may need to move on, look on to something else. That doesn't deprive you of your ownership position.
Yeah, and for the most part, Ed, I really do. I enjoy working with the customers and the employees. I have a good rapport with the employees. They trust me technically and professionally. It's just like I said, it's too much, just too busy. I'm a workaholic, and I have one speed, and that's full speed. I don't. For the 14 years I've been here, I've never taken, scattered a few days to 3 or 4 days at a time on vacation. I've never taken my full amount of vacation. It's just I'm a workaholic. I can't seem to change my makeup of who I am. I'm just driven and.
Well, that's probably another thing that's worrying you is that if you should just retire, who would continue servicing your accounts and that sort of thing. And
it is with the volume I do.
So I don't know whether you can start, find somebody up there and some, person that's much younger and start trying to delegate some stuff to them. And I just don't know enough about what you do.
Right.
But I'm trying to do that right now. Is delegate more work out to other lawyers so I can more address the big picture than all the details.
Right. Yeah. I'm
talking about as new cases come in, that sort of thing.
That's
well, anyway, look,
okay.
I think we'll probably be shooting, but for postponing it, but I don't want to call them till tomorrow because I don't want it to influence their settlement stance. If they should accept our offer, which I don't think will happen, but if that should happen, then we won't have to worry about this problem.
Okay. Well, I'll call you in the morning. Like I said, I'm fixed to get out of here. I'm going to take that disc home and that you FedEx me.
You probably everything in there. I don't think there's any surprises.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you, it's probably stuff they'll show you guys. Well, you know what? If somebody could copy it and let Tommy look at it. It wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know how long it would take to burn a copy.
It wouldn't take long. I'll get one of the ladies to do that.
Before you leave, you might do that.